Hi and welcome back. If you have been here for a little while, you know that I'm not opposed to taking supplements. Now, while I definitely believe that we should get the bulk of our nutrients from real foods, supplements are just that, and they are supplements. I do, as I just mentioned, take quite a few supplements. And in the last couple of years, I started taking some longevity or anti-aging supplements. My absolute favorite longevity supplement is, without a doubt, NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, an NAD precursor. Now, I have made quite a few videos on NMN, so I won't go too much into detail on what NMN is. I will link all of those videos down below in case you're curious. But just really briefly, so things do make sense, NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, is, as I just mentioned, an NAD precursor, a direct NAD precursor. NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and it is a molecule we have in every cell in our body, a quite important molecule. However, as we age, unfortunately, as with so many things, NAD declines rapidly. This decline causes us to not just feel old and tired, but leaves us at risk for chronic disease, diabetes, vision loss, and so on. It is speculated that without NAD, we would be dead within 30 seconds. So NAD is quite important. And again, unfortunately, as we age, it declines rapidly. It is said that by age 50, we only have about 50% of our NAD levels left. Now, every time I make a video on NMN, I get so many comments from you guys letting me know how much supplementing with NMN has improved the quality of your life, a loved one, or even your pets. But of course, there are always a few skeptics saying that there's not enough research behind the supplement, and that they are especially worried about the lack of human studies when it comes to NMN. And while it is true that quite a few NMN studies have been conducted on mice, we luckily now have several human studies, with more and more being conducted. I recently became aware of 3 somewhat newer human studies on NMN, which sound quite promising. So in today's video, I want to share those studies with you. Now, these 3 studies I'm going to share with you are not necessarily grand, meaning they don't involve a large number of subjects, but they are nevertheless promising. Let's take a look at the biggest of the 3 studies first. This one is a randomized placebo-controlled trial involving 80 middle-aged healthy adults. These 80 adults were randomly split into 4 groups. One group received 300 milligrams of NMN daily. Another received 600 milligrams. The third group received 900 milligrams of NMN daily. And the last group received a placebo. The study spanned over 60 days, and measurements were taken at day 30 and again at day 60. After 30 and again after 60 days, blood NAD concentrations were significantly improved in the NMN treated groups compared to the placebo group, with the highest increase in the groups taking 600 and 900 milligrams of NMN. After 60 days, the blood biological age increased significantly in the placebo group, but stayed unchanged in all 3 NMN treated groups. Subjects also had to perform a 6-minute walking test. All 3 NMN groups increased their walking distance after 30 and again after 60 days compared to the placebo group. But the 600 and 900 milligram groups had a greater increase in walking distance than the 300 milligram group. Now, since walking for 6 minutes is an indicator of muscle function, these findings suggest that supplementing with NMN at doses of at least 600 milligrams may enhance muscle endurance. And then lastly, the 600 and 900 milligram groups scored significantly higher on a health score scale after 30 days, and all 3 NMN treated groups scored significantly higher on this health score scale after 60 days compared to the placebo group. So there was a significant increase in blood NAD concentration in all 3 NMN treated groups, which translated to a better health score and increased physical performance measured with a 6-minute walking test. Let's take a look at the second study. This one is also a randomized placebo-controlled trial involving 30 overweight or obese adults who were given either 1,000 milligrams of NMN twice daily, so 2,000 milligrams daily, or a placebo for 28 days. After 28 days, there was a significant reduction in LDL and non-HDL cholesterol in the NMN treated group. There was also a reduction in diastolic blood pressure as well as weight in the NMN treated group. They also say that blood NAD levels increased safely and that adverse events were the same in both groups. However, this study goes on to say that changes in muscle strength, aerobic capacity, and stair climbing power did not differ significantly between groups, and that insulin sensitivity and hepatic and intra-abdominal fat did not change in either group. So interestingly, this study did not show a difference between the NMN treated group and the placebo group as far as an increase in physical performance, but it did show a significant reduction in LDL and non-HDL cholesterol, diastolic blood pressure, and even weight. So this study gives some hope that by supplementing with NMN, we could positively affect not just blood pressure and cholesterol in obese individuals, but maybe even body composition. And then lastly, let's take a look at the third study. This one unfortunately is a quite small study, only involving 11 healthy adults who were given 250 milligrams of NMN daily for 12 weeks. Blood plasma NAD levels were measured at 1, 2, and 3 months of taking NMN, as well as 1 month after stopping NMN supplementation. And the study found that not only did NMN supplementation increase plasma NAD levels significantly, but NMN supplementation also increased after a meal insulin levels. In fact, at the 2 months mark of NMN supplementation, insulin levels increased a significant jump of about 5-fold. At 3 months, insulin levels were still higher, but not as significant. Now, this led to the conclusion that since a previous randomized placebo-controlled study from 2022, which involved postmenopausal women with prediabetes, showed that NMN increases muscle insulin sensitivity, producing more insulin through NMN supplementation may be a way to prevent diabetes. So again, a small but nonetheless promising study. So all of these studies show that supplementing with NMN at various doses, even at a dose as low as 250 milligrams, increase blood NAD levels, which in turn can make us feel more energized, more peppy, improve our physical performance, and our overall well-being. But supplementing with NMN may also be a tool to fight diabetes as well as obesity. So I hope this video was helpful. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I always love to hear from you. And I would love to know, do you supplement with NMN? And if so, what benefits have you noticed? Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.